What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Many of you know that the high pressure fuel pump is a common failure on the BMW N54 and early gen N55 engines, and that is something that has occurred to mine. So my high pressure fuel pump has been failing lately and I basically can't drive the car. So FCP Euro have sent me out one of the revised versions of the high pressure fuel pump, and I'm going to be installing that in the car so I can start using her again. Where I live, the laws will be lifting this weekend, and we'll be able to drive 50 kilometers from our house, so I'll be able to go for a bit of a drive, which is good. So some of the symptoms of a failing high pressure fuel pump include long cranks, which I have. My car takes forever to start. Your car can misfire when under boost, and just a rough idle. So mine does idle. It goes up and down, and it does sound like it's very the motor does sound quite unhealthy. And when I did scan the car using MHD, I did get a code saying that the high pressure fuel system was reading low pressure. So they're all signs that my high pressure fuel pump is failing. So that's why I've ordered a new one. What some of you will be able to do when your high pressure fuel pump does start to die is in the MHD app, you can reset adaptions on your car. So the high pressure fuel system is one of those adaptions. When mine started dying and it really didn't want to run, I could use the car for about another 2 weeks just by every time I use the car, I just reset the adaptions of the high pressure fuel system and the fuel pump managed to work. I had to take it off E85 though and put it back on 98. And she managed to run like that, but just lately she doesn't want to run on 98 either. So it looks like I'll be replacing the pump. So I'm going to get into the install and show you guys how to change that fuel pump. Also, as you can see behind me is my Aquareef 400. I did have that set up as a marine tank, and I just recently set it up as a freshwater tank just because it is a bit easier. Marine was a bit too much for me, but I'll be uploading a few videos. If you guys are into fish keeping, aquatics, aquascaping, stuff like that, I'll be uploading a few videos based on the tank and what I plan to do. So keep tuned for those videos. So here is the package from FCP Euro. Here she is, the brand new, nicely packaged high pressure fuel pump. I'm gonna head down to the car and install this new bad boy. All right guys, so I've started pulling apart the car already. As you can see, I've taken out the airbox, the charge pipe, the cowl, which is over there, and then the rest of the intake parts over there. Got the boy Outram.
What's going on?
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, we got your boy Phase Adapter over here. I know he's helping me.
Thanks for the introduction, Ryan.
No way. He's helping me, giving me some company while I pull this thing apart. But as you guys can see, the fuel pump is just there. This, I don't know if you guys can see it from where you are, but yeah, it's just this thing right here. To get to it, I know most people take the intake manifold off, but I've tried to go the other way around and keep it on and just take off the throttle body and the charge pipe, and I hope I will be able to change it all doing it this way. We just got to undo the two fuel lines. There's one there and other ones up under there. Undo them using a 17mm open-ended spanner. That nice new one over here. It did take a bit of effort, but I have managed to get the new fuel pump in there. You do have to move it around quite a bit, and especially with the fuel lines in the way, it can be a bit tricky. One thing you have to be careful of is this end part. This is the old fuel pump. Has to match the inside of the engine, and it only fits in kind of like one way with this, so you got to align that to be the same way, otherwise these won't line up with the hole when you screw it on. But yeah, I just got to try and screw that back up, put it all back together, put the charge pipe in, start her up, see if she works. I put a new gasket in the throttle body just because I had that lying around, but I've put the new fuel pump in, torqued the fuel line nuts to roughly 30 Newton meters because that's what it says. I don't have a torque wrench for that, so I just did it by hand to what I thought was right. And now I'm just putting all the connections back together. Make sure you put every single plug or connector that you took off back where it went. But I'm just fitting up the throttle body to the intake manifold now. Then I'll just be putting the charge pipe in, and then she should be good to go. So before I put the cowl back on and all the other stuff, I just want to confirm that the car works. So I've just put the intake back on and connected it up, but I'll give her a start and see if she runs. Alright, so the job took longer than I expected, so it's now gone into the next day. I finished it last night, but I'll show you guys how it looks. So I put it all back together. I didn't need to take the intake manifold off to do the job at all, but there's the fresh new fuel pump in there. You can't see it now, but it's nice and shiny. I'm gonna give her a start and see if she works. Oh, sweet. Fuel pump primed. So the first time you start the car, it will crank over quite a bit. I did that before while I wasn't filming and it didn't start up straight away. It did turn over and then I turned the car off. So now I'm gonna turn it on and see if it should start instantly. Whereas before, when your high pressure fuel pump's failing, it will crank for quite a while every single time that you do start your car. So hopefully when I turn it on now, it should be pretty well instant. Right, fingers crossed. Car did have a little bit of a funny startup just then. I don't know why. It kind of revved up a lot higher than normal and then dropped a fair bit. I don't know whether that's because I'm not too sure, yeah. But anyways, it is working and it's not idling up and down like crazy and wanting to die like it was before. It does feel a little bit rough though, but I don't know whether that's something else that might be going, because I am running ethanol through the tank. So for all I know, the low pressure fuel pump could be dying now, but I'm just hoping I don't have anything wrong with the injectors, because I'm just watching the RPMs just to see, but it is sitting pretty steady right now. Okay. Alright, but anyway guys, that was end of the high pressure fuel pump install video. It's not a very long video. Just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update, show you guys how to roughly put it in. But yeah, if you guys have any issues with your high pressure fuel pumps in N54 engines or early gen N55s, shoot me a message. It's pretty easy install, not that easy. I did get quite annoyed at the engine while I was doing it, but yeah, it is straightforward. It's just a bit hard to do. But anyway guys, I'll see you in the next video.